Hello, I'm Callum.
And I'm Lucy.
We've come to the end of this series. We've been asking whether there are things about our human nature that point to a deeper story beyond ourselves. Things we can't explain if we're just atoms and molecules, but make sense if we've been made in the image of God.
We've looked at things like consciousness, rationality, our sense of right and wrong, and spirituality.
When we looked at consciousness, we saw that the scientific description of our brains in terms of atoms and molecules struggles to account for our personal experiences of thinking about things and having beliefs that can be true or false. One atheist writer says this:
The emergence of consciousness is a mystery and one to which materialism fails to provide an answer.
Then we looked at rationality, at our ability to think. We explored Charles Darwin's horrid doubt about whether we can trust our thoughts. As Darwin asked, would anyone trust the thoughts in a monkey's brain?
Or, as the famous evolutionary biologist J.B.S. Haldane said, if my opinions are simply the result of the chemical processes going on in my brain, they're determined by the laws of chemistry, not those of logic.
So we saw that if we're just atoms and molecules, we don't have any reason to trust any of our beliefs, including the belief that we're just atoms and molecules. Naturalism undermines itself, like a snake eating its tail.
We saw too that everyone in the world has a built-in sense of right and wrong, and we believe that these are real, outside ourselves, beyond what any individual thinks or any society teaches. But we can't explain this if we're just atoms and molecules.
Finally, people are born believers. We have a built-in tendency to believe in a god or gods, and to see design and purpose in the world. Yet again, it's very hard to explain this if we're just atoms and molecules.
Consciousness, rationality, morality, and spirituality. Is there just too much about human nature that naturalism can't explain, but can only explain away? Is it time to explore the alternative, that we've been made by God, to know Him and be known by Him?